right, guys, here we go. We're live. So we're gonna set it up. So we have our basic page. Remember, everything goes back to that basic page. So if you don't have your notes for that, make sure you write this down so we can get going on it. Right now, what I want to see is everybody has a blank screen just like mine. So go to File, New. So everybody is starting off at the same level and state. If you're watching this at home, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for everybody to get done. All right, did you want to make a level, Charles?
What?
Did you want to make a level?
Yeah, but I would like to do a little bit more on this.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you need more time to get to this part. If you need more time. Chris, you need more time? Huh? Jordan? Are you ready to go? Are you sure? All right. Steven, headphones out? All right, we are starting off just like any other web page. We're going to insert a div tag. And again, the name is Jerry. What's the name of our first div tag? Container. Container. And we do ID, not class ones. Nate, it is container. Got it? Then the cursor always goes in front of content for ID container. Put a new one in. It is called what, Steven? What goes all the way at the top? Header. Arrow to the right, arrow down. So the insertion point is in front of content for ID container again. We're going to go ahead and do a nav. Arrow left, arrow down. We're going to make one for body. If I go straight to code view, this is what I should see. Container with the header, nav, and body all inside of it in that order. We haven't done any CSS yet, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you need more time to complete this. Nate, we're good to go?
Yeah.
But you have all yours like this? Yeah. All right. So what I want to go ahead and show you is kind of what we're trying to make here, which if you go to the RHS homepage as of right now, we've talked about this before, how we can put stuff side by side content. So as you can see here, you've got like a div here, a div here, a div here, here, all this thing instead of just having one big body. So again, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do multi-column or dual column divs next to each other. And the way you do this is by using the attribute float. All right. So real quick, let's go ahead and start our CSS or add in our CSS. So I'm going to go to CSS Designer and add ours that we already had. So attach existing. When I do that, it will automatically bring in, you know, the 800 wide, the 100 header, and so on and so forth. Go ahead and do that. It didn't save?
I mean, I have the file, but
You must have what's it called? Renamed your div something else. Your divs need to be named the exact same in order for it to do it.
All them words.
Container must be get rid of the DOM. Why do you have the DOM? Get rid of the DOM. I tell you this every day. Get rid of the DOM. Don't need to go to the DOM. Go to the properties. Hold on. Go to your files. Open up where's your index page? Where's your home page? All right, go to your inception page. That's why you didn't even make it. I thought we did too, Jerry. All right, you're good to go. You're good to go. Steven, you're good to go. Sorry, Marshawn. You're good to go. This is basically saying your nav is inside your header, which is inside the container. Shouldn't be like your container should have. You gotta what? I'm gonna do it for me. So we're all the same thing. All right. Okay, are we good? All right. The reason why you have to put the cursor in front of content for container is so it all stays in that container. The next thing, all of our content that we do is going to be inside the body now. So since we're going to be manipulating things inside the body, treat the body like your container for this, because we're going to make two columns now. One side is going to have images and the other side is going to show something else. So what I want us to go ahead and do is put your cursor in front of content for ID body, not container this time. Now we're working inside the body. I want you to insert a div ID. I want you to call this left underscore text. Left underscore text. If you need more time, give me a thumbs up. Are we good now? All right, here we go. Put the cursor in front of content for body again, because we now did the left. Now we're going to do the right. So we're going to go ahead and insert a new div. ID is going to be right underscore text. And you need to have the underscore in there, because you can't use spaces. There you go. Check that one out, Charles. All right. This is part of the learning target now. So we've got a left text and a right text. Your code should look like this. Your header is inside your container. Your nav is inside your container. The body is inside your container. And then it says left text inside the body, right text inside the body.
Is this the new level?
That is, yeah.
It's like entirely perfect, isn't it? You have to be 100% precise.
All right, here we go. Go back to my split. I'm going to put my cursor in my left text box. I'm going to go to my CSS. I'm going to add a selector. It should say hashtag container, hashtag body, hashtag left text. I'm going to make the width of it. Now notice we've got 800 pixels wide. So I'm going to do the width, 200 pixels. And now if you scroll down a little bit underneath the three bigger margins, padding, and position, you'll see where it says float. This float is going to snap it to the left or to the right. So if I go ahead and click float left, notice how it snaps it to the left. Now I'm just going to go ahead, click inside the content for ID right text. I'm going to create a new selector. It should say container body right text. Since I want this one to be a little bit bigger, I'm going to make this 500 pixels. And I'm going to float it to the right. Now where it says content for body goes here, don't worry about that right now. We're going to implement a footer in a second. I want to make sure everybody's got theirs like this. Go ahead, look at your partner, look at yours, make sure it matches what I have. Float to the right. Yep, one's going to be float to the left, one's going to be float to the right. How come we're not following along? This is why I asked if you were following along. You said, yeah. Why aren't we? Yeah, but you're going to be assessed on this. You know how to do it? The dual text. Yeah, column on the left, column on the right. Yeah, dude. You put your headphones out. What do you do to put your headphones back in? I got no control over this class, man. What's up? Because your right text is inside your left text. You see that? See how your left text and then your right text is inside your left text? Because we didn't put our cursor in the front. Put the cursor in front of body. Now make it move in. Nate, did you get it? Looks just like mine? Good. Now, this is what I want you to do just for this one. I want everybody to click on their descriptor for their body. Where's the body at? There it is. Container body. Show set. And I want you to delete the height out of there. So like everything kind of snaps up like this. So all I want you to do is go to where it says selector. Find your selector container body and delete the height for me. Everything's going to snap up. Coach, they weren't doing anything like they're doing right now. Give me a thumbs up if you need help with this. All right. The reason why I'm showing this, because you don't always necessarily need to have your body a certain height. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make it so no matter how big your context is, that's how big your body will be. So for instance, the reason why I'm going to show you this is go ahead, place your cursor in left text, and notice as you start to type, your container, your body, all your stuff is going to stay there. And it kind of gets annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement a footer that snaps everything down. So what I want you to go ahead and do, if you need to do it on your script, go ahead and do it there. But what I want you to do is go back to put your cursor in front of C for content. Container goes here. Put your cursor in front of content container, because what we're going to do is we're going to snap everything down. Everything down. One giant word. If you hold it down, it says one giant word. Okay. All right, so we're going to snap all that other stuff down to the bottom. We're going to create a footer. So let's go ahead in front of C for content container. Let's add a new div. Name it footer. And this is very simple. This is all it takes. You're going to go to CSS Designer, create a selector for container footer, and instead of floating it to the right or the left, you're going to clear both. Clear both. It's right underneath float. It's called clear both. And now, no matter how much you type, your container will always stay with you. Clear both. Clear both. It's right underneath. Yes. Yeah, that's why we're adding a footer. Do your Put the cursor in front of the content container, buddy. But you didn't. I can prove it. Look.
Straight line. I recognize your voice. He's just arcing silent.
Hello,
Say what,
RHS.
guys.
We'll
We'll continue this tomorrow.
I'm Anthony Franco.
Yes.
And I'm Brandon Quant.
Can't hear you.
School announcements. Interact
You
with
are?
us for a short meeting in Route
Okay.
58. Today, after school, come join us, get involved in the community.